Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa, and we are so excited to celebrate The Last Time, the new single by Victoria Renee herself. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So what is The Last Time? What's the story behind the song? I have a feeling it's a good one.
The Last Time. Well, so the cool thing about music is I can write something and to me it means one thing, but it can mean something completely different to other people. It's kind of like a universal language in that way. Or like some people might say how the Bible is like a living, breathing organism. That's kind of how music is. So for me, Last Time was about being present and living in the moment like it's going to be your last time alive. Like make every single day count because tomorrow's not promised.
Right. When was the last time you really felt that, experienced that last time feeling in your life?
Oh, I try to do it all the time. It's like something I'm practicing every moment, honestly. I'm trying really hard to, and it takes practice, it does, to be present in every single moment. Like when you're walking up the stairs, feel the wood meeting your foot. Feel, you know,
right.
it's
so
just,
good, so
yeah.
good. Right.
Turn everything into sort of a moving meditation.
Right.
Yeah, it's like when I'm in the shower, I'll be in the shower and not in my meeting.
Right, exactly.
2 hours from now.
I'm in
so,
my
you
closet.
know, right.
Yeah.
But, so speaking of, I know, we're here present, but you have an amazing past, right? Tell us about the journey to getting to this place.
Well, that's quite a story. It's a long story. To make a long story short, when I was a little girl, I suffered from PTSD. I had a pretty bad case of it. I had selective mutism, which is where you choose not to talk. I didn't not just talk. I didn't communicate in any way, ever. And one day, my mom found me just belting out the Little Mermaid song, when she was doing the scales when they were who was it? Ursula was trying to take her voice from her, which had literally happened to me. Okay, like emotionally. And I just started just belting it. I just literally resonated. It's like music has so many great terminologies. It resonated with me so deeply. And I had, she was control and a big voice, and they were so shocked, and they're like, "What are we gonna do with this? You sing now? Like you didn't even talk." And I was like, "Well, it gave me my own voice in a literal term, gave me my own voice, and I started to sing. And I wanted to go on stage and perform, and I was afraid. Of course, I was." My mom was like, "Well, that's a terrible idea. You just started talking like 7 minutes ago.
I want to work at it a little.
You want to go on stage right now?" I'm like, yeah. She's like, "Okay." So I got into this competition, and I won the competition, and then I went to nationals, and then I won nationals, and then I got the show in Vegas, and then everything kind of just dominoed from there. And I got my sense of identity back, and I was able to communicate not just on stage, but so you know how people oftentimes when they're on stage that they have like an alter ego, like Beyonce or Sasha Fierce, some people like Britney Spears, they're said to be very shy in person, but when they're on stage, they have this bigger than life personality. I kind of I had this realization that I can be that person that I am on stage in real life. Like that's an option.
And what was the show that you had in Vegas? Didn't you guys tour?
Yeah. No, I did cover songs, and it was for the CMA, the Country Music Organization of America. And I did, where was it? The Showboat. I was at the Showboat. Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was so fun. Yeah.
So then what happened? So you're on that show. You've gone from not talking at all to singing on stage. You discover that you could be this person, whether you're on stage, because we're all just characters. We're creating our characters here anyway, right?
Yeah.
And then what?
So then I went to school because I was leaving school to go do that. And I just started doing show choir in school, just normal kid stuff. And then I got a scholarship to college, and I was doing business administration, and I was like, what am I doing? This is not what I do. I do music. That's what I do. That's what speaks to me, and that's what's going to help me speak to other people. That's the point, right? If you have a gift, if something resonates deeply with you, then you should give it back. And so I didn't want to throw that away, the opportunity to go to college. So I came out to LA. I finished online and I just started doing music. And it was hard. School was hard. And then also music. It's kind of a crazy industry. So I've had a couple of breaks, and then they were bad breaks. And then I was in a girl group, and I learned a lot from that, but never again, you know. It was not the girls, though. I love the girls. It was just, you know, you meet some people who I think maybe have good intentions, but they can't always follow through with their good intentions. Or maybe they never did. I don't know.
The road to hell
is not a good fit.
It's not a good fit.
Yeah.
That's it.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions, right?
I love that quote. Yeah.
Victoria, I'm very curious in this journey that you've experienced, what you found about the power of your own voice and what your message is. What are you sharing with the world through your art?
What I want to share to the world through my art is that you can do anything that you want to do if you are able to see it, believe it, achieve it. I know that's so corny. Everybody always says that, but it's actually true. You can be the person that you want to be. You just choose to be that way. You can choose to not be, you know, I was very, very shy. I just chose to fall into myself and understand who I am as a human being. And then it helped me to really connect with other people better. Because if you can know who you are, then you can connect with others. But if you don't, then that's...
Beyond singing, though, besides, you know, turning on the Little Mermaid, if you will, and resonating, what's maybe the first thing you could do, or something that you do or you practice to really find that voice within yourself, to really be able to express that on a daily basis?
On a daily basis? Okay, well, like I said earlier about my morning routine, I go through phases. Sometimes I go through this kick. If I'm feeling very low vibrationally, I will go do something charitable. Just because, I mean, not selflessly, but just it makes me feel better. If I could do that, I do gratitude journaling. Again, I talked about before, just like self-positive talk habits and changing old habits into good, better ones.
I think it's a really important conversation to realize that even though once you've flipped that switch, that you've turned your voice on, if you will, it's still something you have to deal with every day.
Yeah.
True. It's an ongoing battle.
Oh, yeah. 100%. I still fall into fear sometimes. I still fall into, I go inside and just kind of like, shut off, like a robot.
Hi, Renee.
Yeah, right, totally. So I try to just not let fear overtake me and just kind of break through it. Honestly, sometimes the best thing, so writing was a big piece of that with me. I don't know why, but I was so resistant towards writing. And I was just kind of tired. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired of being asked to write and being afraid of it. And so I just sat down and I just wrote songs. And I got A Better Tomorrow came out of that. And it's a really it's almost like a prayer.
I know for me, when I was trying to journal, the biggest fear I had is that it would make my emotions a reality. It was something I didn't really want to be real. I compartmentalized and I thought, I'm not really feeling that way. If I write it down, it will be real. If it's on paper, it makes it real. What is it that maybe you were afraid of in that? What were you afraid of speaking or releasing?
Well, honestly, I mean, there's a lot of things that I was afraid of, but I think that's the point, is you need to look your demons in the eye and just battle, if you will. Just battle on paper, battle in music, put it in a song, battle on stage. Yeah, and the cool thing about it is that somebody else might have that battle too. And it helps to feel like you're not alone. So being authentic is a really important part of that. It's just, this doesn't really make me look good, but if I put it on paper, it'll help somebody else feel like they're not really alone in that
think it
feeling.
makes you look even more perfect.
Oh,
Really, it does. It does.
Thank you.
So tell us what you're up to now. What are you looking most forward to?
Well, I'm really excited about releasing Last Time. It's out right now, of course. I just want to see how if how it's, when artists are sensitive. So I want to see if people resonate well with my music, and if they enjoy it, if they want to hear more, if anybody wants an album, an EP to come out, releasing more singles. And right now I'm in the process of writing some more single songs that some of them are already completed, and they're going to be released in the next couple of months. And other ones I'm still working on, and I sometimes go back and start all over, and then the process.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations for just following your passion. And I think that's what people have to get, whether you're starting, whether you're, Grammy, whether you're whatever, it's all just the labor of love. And if we're able to do that, then I feel like we've won the lottery as well.
100%.
So tell people where they can find and follow you.
Sure. You can find me on Instagram at Victoria Renee Hand. Renee is Renee, or on Amazon Music, Spotify, iTunes, pretty much all the streaming platforms under Victoria Renee.
Great.
Easy
Thank
peasy.
you so much. Stay tuned.
Thank
We'll be
you.
right back.